the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Since I told about a year, said Ubepie mu ewo my Ghana ebusuafo enya asem kotoa e kame say NDC amanyuko no mabuno age o man nafa ene say one equal constituency bi na say EC officials ne kra e kan ma no one enye ya na one e the second e threaten on life e bi kra ene EC the baba two that say e bi no already two ene see one so ena one etimi declare NDC presidential candidate ahodo a ewo other constituencies as winners na same way about told and EC create me declare some of the constituencies say declaration e course no illegal na we share EC officer ahodo a ya hye no nyoma a ya say no ne nyoma NDC amanyiko na wia enye asemkoto na de e course nyina no na nsem a omanfo ebisa ne say enti IGP ene ne manfo ewo enti na Ghana Police Service etimi ewo some of the polling stations ne constituencies pa ne etimi twituo esi EC officials mo declaration ewo bra Ghana Police Service nso anka ho hwe say ye behe nso a videos ahodo a circulate ewo Ghana ha usually obehe na police ni gina ho na NDC amanyuko ne ye to trust na police ni ne nka ho hwe Dr. George Kufu Dampare mo nso enka ho hwe sana ni nyina na busuafo efiri na afei ena no kure ne wo no aba beto abomchina yenko ne enkotie.
Dampare is here. Kufu Dampare has received some praise in some quarters, criticism in other quarters relating to what has happened. It looks like it's a lawless state. The police are not in charge. They cannot do it. Everybody is talking about different things. We know that there are two important police administrative heads who were not in town for the election. The head of operations, the director of police operations, the COP in charge of police operations was on leave. And I think it was thought to be a compassionate leave. He was on leave at the time of the election, the COP in charge of operations. And then the COP in charge of administration was also not in town. Just before the elections, one police officer called me and said, look, there's going to be a problem in Ghana. I said, why? This was on the 4th of December. He said, how many days to election? I said, but officer, you should know it's 3 days to the election. He said, ask yourself, where is the director of operations? I said, who is the director of operations? He mentioned his name. He said, he's not in town. He's taking a leave. And I got a bit confused. I said, okay, I'll check. Then he said, the director of administration too is not there. I said, I don't understand. He said, well, that's what I'm telling you. Then I called other police officers I know, and they all said that, yes, the police top hierarchy had expressed disquiet about this absence of these two important people. But anyway, too close to election. No, everybody was busy. You can't get anyone. And then we went into the election. After that, the violence is occurring, and people are saying that because the COP in charge of operations was not at post, and the police service probably did not announce a proper replacement for him so that the control and command at the operations area is settled. Apparently, that has had a problem with it. But Kufu Dampare is here for another reason. There's been, where's the document? Yeah, it's here now. Okay. So this is something that we picked up on social media. It says, Mr. Outgoing Police Officer, the last Sunday, you gave money to a popular prophet in Dome to secure his 31st December Omofia prophecy so that the incoming president will retain you in your current position. The money you gave in dollars and pounds was stolen by the church boys. The prophet reported the thefts to you, and you sent policemen to arrest all the church staff. Papa Odifo, if you knew what was coming, you wouldn't want to make the case worse. Times are happening. Times are happening. We don't know whether it is a reference to Dr. Dampare, but that is the allegation that is within the context of this one. So that's why we put Dr. Dampare's photograph there. He says he gave money to a popular prophet in Dome. So you cast your mind. Dome, the prophet is there. He's called. I don't know. He gave money to a popular prophet in Dome. So that this 31st, which is it next week, the week after, next Tuesday, something like that? Wednesday's week. Yeah, next Wednesday coming week. So he said he gave the money to the prophet so that on 31st December, that prophet, in doing the 31st December prophecy, will create a prophecy such that the president-elect will know that the Dampare should remain. According to the whistleblower, he said Dampare gave, no, he didn't say Dampare. He said the said police officer gave money in dollars and pounds to the pastor, and apparently the money was stolen. Is that story familiar? Money was stolen. The money was stolen by some people. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this story. We have already sent our feelers out for people to tell us what is happening inside. So we keep our eye on that story. It's coming very, very soon. Friends, he outlined certain things. Why does he have to hold a press conference? The election of 7th December is over. The presidential election results have been declared. The winner in the person of John Dramani Mahama, the candidate of the NDC, has been fully announced. The transition has been set in motion with the incoming administration and the outgoing administration. There's some tough quarrel at the transition, but that's a different matter. That does not concern Jean Mensah. She's announced the results for the presidential election and transition is going on. She, however, is not completing the results of the 276 members of parliament. As it looks, the NDC have an overwhelming majority, but the NDC are looking to the conclusion to see whether they can actually secure 2/3 of the vote. That's what the NDC are looking for. Now, if the NDC are not able to get 2/3 of the vote, they will still have an overwhelming majority, but they will lack the 2/3 of the vote. For that to happen, the NPP must win 33 point something percent of the 276. This is more than 1/3. Now, there are 9 or so seats left. If the NPP were to pick up all the 9 seats left, there's the 9 seats left. Thank you very much, producer. Electoral Commission rejected constituency results, parliamentary results, Greater Accra region. Those that are outstanding: Domiko Abenya, Ablekuma Central, Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central. Let me use this opportunity to say something that I was saying before the election. Viewers, you see the point I was making when we were saying that the Electoral Commission needs to amend the names of the constituencies. You remember we made that point. Now here we are tonight. Viewers, you're all asking me. I know you're asking me in your head, where is Okaikwe Central? You're asking me that. Where is it? I don't know. Where is Ablekuma North? I don't know. But Tema Central, straight away your mind goes to somewhere. Domiko Abenya constituency, straight away your mind goes to somewhere. If they say Osu-Klote, your mind goes to somewhere. If they say Bantama, your mind goes to somewhere. They say Jusu Jabe, your mind goes somewhere. Kwadraso, your mind goes somewhere. Inshaiso, your mind goes to somewhere. Ofori Chrome, you know what it is. Kofori Dia, you know what it is. Achim Chebi. But what is Okaikwe Central? Where is it? Who is the MP there? I now have to break it down. So let's all join the clarion call. The Electoral Commission must name the names of the constituencies by the towns that make that constituency. Dome and Kwabenya is one constituency. So it's called Dome Kwabenya. So Kole Klote should be called Osu Adabraka Asalam Down. Clear, we get it. Now they say Okaikwe Central. Please, Okaikwe Central, is it Baba Siddiq? Is it, which one is Okaikwe Central? That's the point. But anyway, these are the constituencies. Dome and Kwabenya constituency, we all know is Michael Kwe Jr., that's the NDC candidate. Okaikwe Central, I'm not sure. Ablekuma North, I'm not sure. Tema Central, we know what it is. Ashanti region, Ahafo North South, they are looking for it. Ahafo North, they are looking for it. Obuasi East, they are looking for it. Bono East region, Techiman South, they are looking for it. Eastern region, in Sawam Aduajiri, they are looking for it. Now, these are the constituencies that the Electoral Commission says they are not conclusive to be able to discuss the parliamentary issue. Now, the issue here is this. The NDC are saying that in 2020's elections, the Electoral Commission told them that once a declaration has been made about the winner, you have to go to court. So the Electoral Commission, the NDC is reminding the Electoral Commission that this is what you said. You said that once a declaration has been made, you go to court. Okay, what's the difference now? Now, Jean Mensah is saying that even though declarations were made on the occasion for these 9 constituencies, those declarations have been made invalid or have been invalidated by reason of the duress under which these declarations were made. In the circumstances, one cannot say that the Electoral Commission has declared these results and therefore the next line of action is court. I didn't see Abu Jinapo seat in here. Can somebody, can you check about Damongo? What's the status of Damongo right now? Is it declared for the NDC or is it declared for the MPP? I'm expecting that it's declared for Samuel Abu Jinapo. Congratulations to him. Okay, so Samuel Abu Jinapo confirmed. It's been declared in favor of Samuel Abu Jinapo for the Damongo seat. So that's an MPP seat. All right. So Electoral Commissioner is saying that in these 9 constituencies, I have not declared I have declared, but I'm withdrawing my declaration so that I can count it well. In the circumstance, it doesn't show up as one that has been declared. I think that's the contention now. NDC says you have declared, so the next action is court. Electoral Commission says I have declared, but I am withdrawing my declaration. In fact, I have withdrawn my declaration. I want to do a recollation to be sure that the decision of the people, the desires of the people have been correctly counted. The desires of the people, as expressed in the ballot box, has been correctly accounted for. That's what the Electoral Commission wants to do, that the desire of the people expressed through the ballot box has been correctly accounted for. Now, this is the Electoral Commission's position. NDC says no. This afternoon, Jane Aduko-Mensah mounted the podium to have a press conference. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission found it necessary to have a press conference on this matter because it's very, very important. These are some of the things she said.
And the political parties were notified accordingly. In spite of police presence at our regional offices, the collation process was once again disrupted and taken over by political party leaders and supporters, and results declared for both constituencies without due process being followed. In the case of Okaigwe Central, a winner was declared without collating results from 31 polling stations. In the case of the Ablekuma North constituency, a winner was declared without collating results from 62 polling stations. This is unacceptable. It is important to note that the declarations made by our staff were made under threat, and the Commission considers this as illegal. Those declarations, as well as others that have gone on in other constituencies, will not be upheld by the Commission. Dear citizens, it is for this reason that the Commission met with the Ghana Police Service once again to re-examine the nature of the security arrangements being provided by the police. The Commission was desirous to protect its staff as well as its electoral collation process. Following the engagement with the police, it was agreed that the Tesano Police Depot would be used as the collation center for all outstanding collations, including Ablekuma North, Okaigwe Central, Tema Central, Domikwabenya, Nsawam Aduajiri, Ekwetia, Fantiakwa North, Suhum, Techiman South, Obuasi East, Ahafo Ano North, Ahafo Ano South West. The political parties were duly informed once again to nominate 2 agents per constituency to observe the collation process. Unfortunately, the collation process for only 3 constituencies were successfully completed, and they are Akwetia, Fantiakwa North, and the Suhum constituencies. The returning officers in all the 3 constituencies I have just mentioned were allowed for the first time to carry out their work without interference. This enabled them to complete the collation and declare the true outcomes of the election. Though the collation for the Nsawam Aduajiri at the police depot was well advanced on Thursday, the 12th of December 2024, the parties agreed to put the collation on hold until the following day, which was Friday, the 13th of December 2024. Unfortunately, the collation did not take place in spite of the presence of our teams at the collation center, that is the Tesano Police Depot. This was because the Ghana Police Service informed the Commission that their intelligence reports showed that party supporters were planning to besiege the police depot. They thus advised that the process be discontinued.
So that was Jane Aduko-Mensah. That's what she said. So she claims that there's going to be recollation of these 9 constituencies. As of now, the NDC count all of these 9 as part of theirs, I believe. this is someone's seat. Is that not the one for Arnaud Dampare that video show him walking away dejected, having sort of conceded defeat, or he had lost or something like that? So almost all of these instances, I believe that Okaikwe Central is Baba Siddiq and Patrick Boame's contest as well. And that one too, Baba Siddiq has granted interviews on radio where he has accepted that he's been the victorious candidate, and he has also threatened that no amount of weak relation will do anything, etc., etc. So we wait to see what happens. Okay. Electoral Commission rejected constituency. So that's Dina Duque-Mensah. Thank you very much, Madam. You are showing some strength. I think she's showing strength that she wants to do the right thing. She's not going to be intimidated by numbers and all of that. She's showing a lot of strength, and that's what the St. Mary's people will be proud of her, isn't it? Anyway, we wish her well. The institutions of state are more important than the individuals of state. So let's work and protect the institutions of state. Okay. Now let's go to the next. The oral first. That's what I said. Let me just talk about the oral, and then I'll come to the appointment. So, this is the letter appointing the members. So it's a press statement. As a preparatory measure towards the rollout of H.E. John Dramani Mahamad's promise to recover the proceeds of corruption and hold persons responsible for such corruption accountable when he assumes office, a team has been set up to receive and gather information from members of the public and other sources on suspected acts of corruption. Okay. The team comprises the following: Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, Chairman; Mr. Daniel Domelevo, former Auditor General; COP retired Nathan Kofi Boache; Mr. Martin Pegbu, private legal practitioner; and Mr. Raymond Archer, investigative journalist. Mr. Raymond Archer is the investigative journalist. Anti-corruption with Operation Recover All Loot as a major plank formed a core part of H.E. John Mahamad's policy in 2024 campaign, and he intends to hit the ground running on it. Okay. So we'll talk about this a bit later. Now we're going to do an exercise in legitimacy. Those of you, it's signed by Felix Kwachio Fosu. These are the names, and a lot has been said about the names on the list. I mean, we are not going to corroborate some of those, but we'll share with you. A lot has been said about Okujeto Ablakwa and his relationship with corruption to do a corruption work. Some things have been said about Domelevo and his relationship with corruption. How can he do corruption work? We all know that a lot has been said about Kofi Boache and the so-called that. How can he do that? Martin Kwebu has a court issue. Raymond Archer, they talk about something. We'll get into all that, but we're going to use it as a lesson in legitimacy. Now, legitimacy has several strands in politics and in law. So there's popular legitimacy. That means everybody likes it. There's political legitimacy. That means the political systems have produced it. There's legal legitimacy. It means the legal systems have produced it. And so this legitimacy is generally studied by students. Political, legal, popular, economic legitimacy is all of that. So we're going to subject this process to the test of the concept of political, legal legitimacy when we come back after the next story. Now, okay. Now, there's another story. Let's look at it. Boache Ejaku, who is also a seasoned member of the party and one who has had a lot of regrets in the Akufo-Addo administration. He began the administration beautifully as energy minister. President expressed a lot of confidence in him. Sometime in the process, there was this issue about Ameri. We are not sure what happened, and then he left the government. This is what he says. He says, are demanding that we take our party back. Various suggestions are beginning to emerge on the types of reforms that our party must embark upon. All these are good ideas and are welcome. However, we must properly gather all of them together and arrange them to avoid a haphazard and an incoherent set of knee-jerk reactions. In response to a similar situation, albeit less humiliating, there arose a grand conspiracy in 2009 that seized the party under the guise of pursuing reforms and put it in the hand of one man, creating a Caesar thereby. The current clamor, in my mind, seeks to undo the effects of Caesar on the fortunes of our party. In so doing, we must proceed with care and diligence in our search for restoration and healing so that we do not end up repeating the mistakes of the past. For a start, we must ponder over the following central points that are engaged in my mind. 1. We may have a clear